Hello and thanks for staying with us on Asset Television. Welcome to the news. First, the headline. I am Olakunle Awoniyi. Nigerian surpasses 2024 target in health insurance scheme. Reps member accuses PDP of imposing DAMAGUN on the party. Nigerians call on federal government to impose levy on occupied houses in Abuja. Now, the news. The National Health Insurance Authority says 19.2 million citizens have enrolled into health insurance schemes, surpassing its 2024 target. Dr. Kelechi Ohiri, Director General NHIA, disclosed this in Abuja at a Universal Health Coverage Day commemoration during a roundtable to reflect on Nigerians' quest, identify challenges and chart on course of action. The roundtable was part of the activities lined up for the commemoration of the 2024 UHC Day. Ohiri said this feat was a significant milestone in NHIA's effort to expand access to health care for Nigerians under health insurance scheme. According to him, this achievement surpasses the 2024 target and places the nation at 95% of its ambitious 2027 presidential coverage goal. He attributed the success to strategic policy reforms, effective collaborations with stakeholders, and unwavering commitment to universal health coverage. He said that the NHIA had worked tirelessly to implement innovative strategies. This includes the expansion of the Basic Health Care Provision Fund and partnership with state health insurance agencies to ensure affordable and accessible health care for all Nigerians, especially the most vulnerable population. Nigeria's Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Engineer Joseph Utsef, on Wednesday said the country has been able to check persistence of flooding in the country. The minister made this disclosure in an exclusive interview with Asset Television in Abuja. He said though Nigeria as a country cannot totally eradicate flooding, but has found ways of mitigating around the challenges. According to him, this year the ministry came out with early warning after they had a meeting with Cameroon Authority on when to release water from Lagdo Dam after communities and states that used to be affected were properly informed. He said what is usually experienced in Nigeria are floods from either overflow, which are mostly natural, or man-made as a result of blockage of waterways. The minister also hinted that Nigeria is also working towards more dams in all geopolitical zones to boost all year-round agriculture, while those dams that need rehabilitation have been identified. On water laboratories, he said the ministry has improved its water labs to take care of pollutants as well identify the impurities and attach them properly. This he hinted in partnership with subnationals made up of states and local governments. On the relationship between the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation and the power counterpart, he said, "We are working in synergy. Our relationship is cordially having met recently to discuss on benefits." He also pledged the ministry's readiness, along with other stakeholders, to revive all channels that bring water to Lake Chad. Over 20 people have reportedly died, with many missing after a boat accident on the River Benue on Saturday. The incident happened when a boat carrying almost 100 passengers capsized, resulting to loss of these lives, mostly women. It was gathered that the wooden boat was loaded with several goods and passengers returning from Ocholonya Market in Nagatu local government area of Benue State to Uday in Nasarawa to local government area of Nasarawa State after close of market. It was learned that the passenger victims were not wearing life jackets. An eyewitness who identified himself as Father Awatsu told journalists in Makurdi that the mishap was caused by overload, adding that shortly after it took off, there was uproar by passengers. It eventually tumbled and lowered into the water. He said the affected victims were mostly market women and children from Agatu, Agbashi, Ajima, Okpata, Rukubi, Ondoli, Odadu in Doma local government area of Nasarawa State and were returning home from the market. Awatsu disclosed that 20 corpses were recovered while efforts were being intensified to rescue any survivor. The chairman of Agatu local government, Melvin AJ, confirmed the incident, describing it as unfortunate and very pathetic. The immediate past special advisor to Governor Yatsin Aliya of Biri for local government and chieftaincy affairs, Dr. Dennis Akura, has dismissed the 20 billion naira fraud allegedly uncovered at the Biri in the state. Dr. Akura, who is presently the SA on financial and economic strategy, planning and development to the governor, described the allegation as a gross friction and baseless targeted at him to discredit his hard-earned reputation and good deed. He stated this in a statement he issued and made available to newsmen in Makurdi while reacting to media reports where it was alleged that 20 billion naira belonging to local government councils were embezzled under him. An organization identified as Global Integrity Crusade Network with an acclaimed mandate to checkmate corruption and avail recommendations to anti-corruption agencies and the public for investigation had in the media raised the alarm over the alleged fraud. However, Akura in his statement said he read in a section of the media with utter dismay venal and mischievous allegations missing 20 billion naira in the Bureau for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs in Benue State. Members representing Ide-Atol North Federal Constituency, Ikenga Ogochinyere, has vehemently opposed the alteration of the People's Democratic Party plans to further impose current acting chairman of the party, Umar Damagun, as substantive chairman. Chinyere says the arrangement negates the dreams of the founding fathers of the PDP. He says the chairmanship of the party as it stands now belongs to the North Central. In another development, Chinyere has taken a swipe at attempts by the FCT authority to forcefully take over the land belonging to late Colonel Paul Ogbebo. He says findings from Corporate Affairs Commission indicates that a company known as Saravera stands at the center of the land grabbing saga. The honorable member listed names as Sandy, Kingsley, and Rokos, among others, as beneficiaries of the land grabbing.
That a party that was founded in 1998 by the great effort of our founding fathers, the light of Elese Kweme, Jerry Gana, Adamu Chioma, Bamanga Tuko, Gamede, Iyocho Ayu, Atiku Abubakar, Obasanjo, Solomon La, and almost over 100 retired generals came together and ended 16 years of military rule. That political party is what these guys are playing akara with. The almighty PDP is what an impostor called Omar Damagun and Samuel Anyanwu Sandadi is now messing up with and forgetting the sacred expectation of Nigerian people, all of you, from a vibrant opposition. Today I want to inform the whole Nigeria that they have perfected a plan to ensure that the next meeting to choose an acting chairman from North Central, where the position originally is supposed to come from, is not possible. They want Omar Damagun, an impostor of the highest order, to continue to parade as your national chairman and stay in office in 2027. so that they can foist on us a weakling as a presidential candidate that will lead the party to total defeat. Because you have traitors among us who have no honor and decency. Maybe because of plot of land, or fear of EFCC, or whatever, they have decided to sell your own political party. Even when Asiwaju was in opposition, he stood as man alone, even with AC. He never joined the ruling party. From AC to ACN and to APC. He will be laughing at them now that they are running around, killing themselves to sabotage their own party for his own good. He will know that they are political children that doesn't have the capacity. They go to JOS at a trying moment of this nature and trivialize an important issue. Since 1 year, 8 months. First, they said there was Salah holiday, right? You remember? They shifted. Now they said there was big Salah, neck cannot hold. They shifted. Then they say Christians were going for Easter. They shifted. They say Christmas have come. They shifted. Then they said again that, oh, Iyochua, you have not withdrawn his case from court. They shifted. But Ayu withdrew the case. But they still did not have the next meeting to choose a replacement. They fixed another date and put it on a public holiday. It was shifted. Then again, they claimed that they need them to remain in office to do a day election. They shifted again. They still sabotage that to a day election. Then the next, okay, they have fixed it finally. They came back again. They said, oh, there's an election in Ondo. You cannot remove DAMAGUN. It will make the party to lose. Party still lost. They shifted the next meeting to choose a substantive acting chairman. Now they fixed a meeting that was supposed to hold yesterday, the day before yesterday. They shifted again, saying that the wife of the governor of Akwa Ibom, who don't remember, died. With all due respect, if you shift because of the burial, what happened to end of this month if you are serious? What happened to December? What happened to January? Do you know what these political criminals did again? They say, oh, the meeting will now hold sometime in February with no date. Today, we have a political party, PDP, that is supposed to lead the opposition. But what do you have? Political charlatans hijacking the heartbeat of our opposition party and turning it into an errand platform for the ruling party. And I've given them my commitment that I will be incorruptible. I will be fearless. I will not shake. It is on this same ground in this my compound that they send the assassins from Owerri that beheaded my uncles and killed our people. But I survived. Despite that, do I look like I'm scared? So you can keep on cooking things to frame me with. But my voice will be loud and they will continue to run under the bed when I speak. The noise you hear today from those who have no conscience and those who have been bought with a plot of land will not swallow us. From this very spot, the message has gone around the whole country that all hopes have not been lost. And I will also saying clearly that PDP on PDP, the opposition leaders are now willing to make great sacrifice because these men that have learned their politics from Mobutu Sese Seko, Nkurunziza of Burundi, and Paul Biya of Cameroon have challenged us. Their abracadabra have challenged us, and we must lead the people to
the news continues after the break. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has urged Nigerians not to participate in an empowerment scheme using his name that seeks to hoodwink unsuspecting citizens and promising them 65,000 naira. Atiku called on security agencies to investigate the promoters of the scheme, which he described as criminal, and countless with other schemes, which is to aim to scam innocent citizens and bring them to book. In a statement by his media advisor Paul Ibe yesterday, that it has come to his notice that the group claiming to be traveling abroad opportunities has been advertising a so-called Atiku grant. The statement said the purported empowerment scheme promised to hand out the 65,000 naira to successful applicants have filed out an application form and provided their names, account number and bank statement. The statement further said, for the avoidance of doubt, Atiku Abubakar, the former vice president of Nigeria and presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party in 2023, is not currently running an empowerment scheme that purport to give 65,000 naira to successful applicants. Also, there is no organization related to, connected with, and associated with vice president that is running an empowerment scheme by whatever shape or form. Stakeholders in the housing sector have called for reforms like property tax to address the growing issue of unoccupied houses and tax relief to encourage developers to build more houses. The stakeholders said this at the 6th edition of the African Housing Award organized by the Housing Development Advocacy Network in Abuja. They said that the reforms will aid in tackling the nation's housing deficit. The convener of the award, Festus Adebayo, said that property tax could encourage property owners to either sell or rent out their vacant properties, thereby reducing the numbers of unused houses. Adebayo, who is also the executive director of HDAN, said that the economy was not encouraging for both the private sector and the government sector to deliver affordable houses. Thus, the need for reforms, he said, Nigeria should have policies that if you build social housing, low-cost housing, you will be excluded from paying certain taxes. According to him, this is a way to motivate people to build houses that are affordable. The only way to deliver affordable housing is that government must come with incentives. Former Governor Yahaya Bello of Kogi State has threatened to sue persons behind an online media over alleged fake report targeted at causing a strained relationship between him and President Bola Tinubu. The decision to sue the purveyors of the news was made known in a statement signed by Michael Ohiari, the director of Yahaya Bello Media Office, and a copy made available to newsmen in Abuja on Sunday evening. The online platform was alleged to have published a report quoting the former governor to have said while in court that he would reveal to the world how President Tinubu became Nigeria president. Ohiari said the report was not only misleading, but a confirmation of how unintelligent some unrelenting detractors of the former governors are. He said his attention was drawn to a not only mischievous but absolutely senseless report published by a blog which attributed fake quotes against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello. Gombe State Governor Alhaji Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya has been rated high in the area of security through his application of ingenuity, consciousness, managerial prowess, and total commitment to the attainment of efficient and sustainable security unhindered in Gombe State. The governor, who was represented by Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Lieutenant Colonel Abdullahi Bello, retired, said His Excellency has this to say.
In 2025, the security situation in Gombe State will be intensified. What we have seen is just the beginning, because I'm aware His Excellency is so much interested in security, and that is priority all the time. So I'm expecting nothing less than what we have experienced in 2024. In 2025,
also, the National President of Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, Alhaji Musa Mohammed, who was represented by the National Secretary, Comrade Yusuf Adeniyi spoke extensively on the role of transporters in terms of security. The federal government at the weekend revealed that about 40% of the 35 million underage children in Nigeria are stunted in 2023. Director and Head of Nutrition Department, Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Ladidi Bako Ayegusi, revealed this at the 8th annual conference organized by the Association of Nigerian Health Journalists in Abuja. She said 8% are wasted, 27% are underweight, and 29% are successfully breastfed. The theme for the two-day conference was SWAP, effectiveness in addressing poor health outcomes. The role of the media, according to her, globally, Nigeria is ranked 2 and 1 in Africa in the number of children suffering from severe acute malnutrition. Research also shows that 31% of women consumed iron and folic acid supplements during pregnancy, and out of the 35 million children under 5 years of age population, 14 million children are stunted while 3 million are wasted. Out of 7 million children born per year in Nigeria, 42% are breastfed within an hour of birth. 29% exclusively breastfed up to 6 months of age, 3% breastfed up to 23 months of age, 23% receive diverse diet, 11% receive minimal acceptable diet, 26% vitamins, a supplementation coverage. Bako Ayegusi enumerated of malnutrition in Nigeria to include inadequate food intake, lack of dietary diversity, and infectious diseases. 2 Russian tankers carrying more than 4,000 tons of oil products have sunk in the Black Sea amid stormy conditions, threatening an ecological disaster. The cargo ship Volganev 212 snapped in half on Sunday after being hit by a large wave. Video showed its bow and sticking vertically out of the water. The boat got into difficulties off the east coast of occupied Crimea, 5 miles from the Kerch Strait, according to media reports. The tanker was carrying 4,300 tons of low-grade heavy fuel oil known as mazout. Russia's emergency service launched a rescue operation involving tugboats and a MiL-8 helicopter. 13 crew members were on board. Shortly afterwards, another cargo transporter, the Volgonev 239, got into difficulties in the same area. It was carrying 4 tons of fuel oil. The vessel also reportedly sank. Ukrainian officials accused Moscow of reckless damage. Pletenchuk, Ukraine's Navy spokesperson, said these were old Russian tankers that can't go to sea in such a storm. That's the news. Also like and follow us on our social media handles. I am Olakunle Awoni. Thanks for listening.